Hey, Banner, do you and the missus want to come over for dinner next Friday?
Ooh, yeah. Is Rachel going to make that Zandarian snail thing that she makes that's so good that I love?
Banner, you know that Rachel divorced me 2 weeks ago.
So, no then?
I'll give her a call. Hello, guys, and welcome back into the Bro 4 Squad podcast. This is our review of Season 5, Episode 6 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. entitled Fun and Games. I am your host, Jeff Hornacek. Alongside me, as always, is my partner in crime, the mad scientist, Brian Banner, ready to review another entry into the freighter drama in outer space 90 years in the future that has been this season.
It like that.
That's not a compliment. It's not a problem.
It's kind of a problem.
As always, we grade our TV episodes on 4 criteria: the acting, the story, our favorite scene, and theories going forward. Banner, we'll just toss it to you first. What do you think of the acting and performances in Season 5, Episode 6 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Well, I'm pretty drunk, so I'm going to take the low-hanging fruit here. Fitz and Simmons, their dynamic together, we're finally getting them back together. I love it. I can't wait to see what they continue to do in the future. Fitz, this is why we love him. What's his name? You say it.
Ian DeCasticker.
That's the guy. I love him, and I have loved him for several seasons now. I think that he has grown the most over the course of the show from season 1 to now, and I can't get enough of him. I've been saying since day 1 of this season, I need more of him, and we didn't get him until last week. Now we get him. He is doing what he does, and I think he might be the best actor on the entire fucking set right now.
Wow. Well, I'll say this. I know you love him, but he is way out of your league, so dream on. I loved the whole
He's on my
Fitz
list, though, with the misses.
All right, well, that's a good inclusion. The whole Fitz and Simmons dual proposal thing I thought was so them and so perfect in this episode. One thing I'll highlight as far as a character that I was giving the benefit of the doubt to in the performance, but it just never really worked out for me, and that's Dominic Raines, who played Kasius. If, in fact, he is not on the show, I mean, I know he had his throat slit, but crazier things have happened in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
He's Kree, so you never know.
Right. I'm okay with him not coming back just because as a
Grant
villain.
Ward has come back every season. He's been dead for 4 seasons. So.
Grant Ward is like a cockroach. Not even the nuclear apocalypse.
What if they kill Kasius and he comes back as Grant Ward?
Okay. On to our second criteria, which is the story and the plot. Banner, what'd you think of what they gave us?
I'm actually a little concerned as far as this category goes. This episode, they killed off like a third of their cast. Most of which, in fact, all of which we just met this season.
Yeah, a lot of the new people.
A lot of new people passed. They started to develop them. I don't know if they just felt like it wasn't working or what the deal was, but it really concerns me that they say, hey, we're going to introduce all these characters, and then we're going to kill them off while introducing this new bigger bad dude in Kasius' brother. Little concerning. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt because it is S.H.I.E.L.D. and they have surprised me in the past when they've done, I'm not going to say similar things, but similar things.
Yeah, the third act of this episode was insane. Like a lot of people just died. When they showed Tess hanging there, I was like, whoa, this is getting pretty heavy.
And this is network TV.
I know. They moved it to Friday, and now Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. thinks they can do whatever the fuck they want, and I love it.
Yeah, like they're going to show dicks and pussies soon.
Okay, well, inappropriate, even for this podcast. No, I won't. No, it's fine. Yeah, so a lot happened in this as far as like ending some characters. So for the story, man, I don't even know what's going to happen in the next episode because it seems like we know for a 22-episode season, the past few seasons, they've tried to do sort of 3 different story arcs. We may be seeing the end of the freighter pretty soon because I don't know what else there is for Coulson and his team to do except get the hell off this thing pretty quickly. All right, your favorite scene in the episode?
My favorite scene, hands down, was the fight between Ben and May. Choreographically
should be a word if it's not. So
if it's not, that should be a word. But that scene, I bought it 100% that Ben could read her mind and he knew what her next move was. But it wasn't so like, oh, you're going to do a right hook now, so I'm going to block it. It was very right hook block, like very quick, but he still knew that it was coming. It was very well done. And I was very impressed by that fight scene in general. We also got to see, anytime we get to see May fighting, I think it's really cool. She's very talented in that craft. So I was very, very excited to see that. I really enjoyed that scene of them fighting and just buying the fact that he was a telepathic.
I'd like to see May take on Ben not in Kirk Gibson mode with one leg. It'd be kind of an interesting fight.
Yeah.
My favorite scene was the dinner scene with Kasius and basically all the mercenaries who came in to bid on the Inhumans that he was auctioning off. Basically in that scene where Fitz makes that like older guy who looks like a JV football coach dressed in the outfit that the Emperor in Mulan wears, when he just totally cucks him and embarrasses him in front of Kasius, and Kasius is like, I love it. Who is this guy? Let's do shots. I love that scene because, like you said, this is Fitz's growth. He is a confident, brash character now, and it's so fun to see because this show has earned it. They showed us him when he was not that way, and they built up to it over 5 seasons, and now we're reaping the rewards as fans because I just like cheer for him every time he's on screen.
I do too, and that scene right there too, like, you know, he's so brash, but it's also calculated. Like, he knows what he's doing, which is so fun to see.
He's not faking being confident where you see through it. He's actually self-confident now, which makes it that much more fun. All right. Last category is our theories. Now, I have to give a big shout-out here to our friend on YouTube, TrendPimp1, which, by the way, probably the coolest YouTube handle.
The coolest name that we've had in a while.
Handle that's out here. So theories I have a brief theory for this episode, but he brought up one when we were talking about General Hale a few episodes ago, the rogue United States Air Force general who just started killing people. So he said, quote, General Hale is probably an LMD controlled by MODOK, a.k.a. the Superior from last season. The Superior said, in what seemed like a throwaway line, that he could create and tell me what these letters spell, mercenary organization designed only for killing. His exact words, which is also the acronym for MODOK. So if she is somehow around MODOK, who's a badass character, huge implications in the comics, and someone that looks so fucking weird that the MCU movies will never use him, that is an insane theory. And TrendPimp1, if you're right, this podcast
I hope you're right.
Bows at you.
I hope you're right.
So I just had to give him a shout out because I thought that was incredible that he caught that and thought of it. My only theory is that either Kasius or his brother are somehow descendants of Ronin. That's the only thing that I think, and that will come into play this season. You got anything?
Yeah, I think that your theory right there, I think that's, I don't know if he's necessarily a descendant, but maybe a disciple of Ronin. They have to be somehow associated with Ronin. But
they're just 90 years, I just didn't know if they ever would have. I don't know what the Kree lifespan is. Maybe they knew him or not.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know that. Maybe some sort of disciple, or they gained from Thanos out of Infinity Wars. I don't know. Because of the timeline again. Going back to kind of how they done the last season where they break the season up into thirds. I agree we're coming to the end of this third. I think that we're going to have a third of them on the Earth's surface. And
that'd be cool.
Then we're going to have the last third of them making it back to present time. But I'm intrigued to see where they're going. I'm also very intrigued how they're going to get all the team together, because they're all at least in the same timeline now. But you have May going to the surface. You have Daisy, Fitz, and Simmons together. And then you have Yo-Yo, Mac, and Coulson together. And they're both on different levels of this little substation. How they're going to bring them together and then all get to the surface, I'm very intrigued to see, and I'm excited for next week.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Also want to give a quick shout out. This episode was directed by Clark Gregg, who plays Agent Coulson, his directorial debut. Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, very neat.
All right, guys, for Brian Banner, I'm Jeff Hornacek. We have been the Bro4 Squad. Give us a follow on Twitter at Bro4 Squad. Subscribe to us on iTunes and YouTube, Bro4 Squad, 3 words. If you could leave us a 5-star iTunes review, we will read it on our show. We'd appreciate it. And as always, check out all of our content, our squad blog, and the Bro4 Squad Hall of Fame on our website at bro4squad.com. Until next time, we will catch you later.
Yo, I love when she undercooks the snail a little bit and it's a little like gooey.
She's not coming back. Stop bringing up memories of her. But I like that too, actually. It's delicious.